Lon loved the episode?
Lon, is that Lonnie Ho on Twitter?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I remember when I got to that part, I was just like, man, he really answered this fucking question.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
He just said, I love him to death, but I don't want to go on a road trip.
This is the friend that I fucking hate.
I was just sitting there at work like, yo, why did he fucking say that?
You shouldn't have said anything, man. But you should sing. No, you have to sing.
All right.
Wait, what are we talking about? Oh, summer stuff.
Summer stuff, yes.
Summer stuff, summer not.
All right, well, I know how I'm starting this episode.
You're going to get it today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wrestling with Life. I am Patrick Ream, and I'm joined by Adam Chandler and Justin Pusser. Gentlemen, thank you as always for joining me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Like it's your choice.
Yeah, like you invite us.
Like, thank you for joining me. This was our idea.
Out of the gate hot.
Real quick, public disclaimer, public service announcement. Hey guys, let's not threaten Pat with violence.
Yes.
That's not cool. I just want to establish one thing with the Wrestling with Life podcast. This is prison rules.
Yeah.
Pat
Tell
is
him.
our bitch and nobody else's.
But he's our bitch.
Our bitch.
But not yours.
Yeah, you can crack jokes, but don't threaten his life.
No, we don't even really threaten
We
his life.
own that skinny little ass.
That's right.
Oh, fuck me. That's awful.
And, yeah.
Did that stop record? Did you record that?
No, it's on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, did you get that?
Trust me, the world has got it now.
Our bitch.
Just wanted to be very clear. Wrestling with Life does not condone personal threats via any social media
Yes, not cool.
at all.
Very. It's similar to that. My boss at work this week, we had a bunch of executives and board of directors coming in, so I wore like a nicer polo, and it's like lavender color because Ashley bought it for me for Easter, and I was wearing that and like nice pants. And my boss, for some reason, in 2019, decides to crack the joke of, "Oh, Adam, nice shirt. Something you're not telling us?" Luckily, that doesn't offend me at all.
No, you can't say that though. Like I'm like,
But I was just like it really didn't offend me at all, and like I get it. It was like, it was a lavender shirt, but like, man, that's kind of bold in 2019, like cracking a gay joke at somebody. Like,
see, this is why
wow.
I'm not built for that setting, because like my gut response would have been like, why? Do you want me to fuck you? And now I've made it uncomfortable because you started it. But you shouldn't have said that. You're the boss here.
Oh, I just said, oh, whoa, John, and then like literally, like it didn't do anything. Like I took no offense to it, and honestly, I didn't even have to do that because everyone in my department kind of just was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, no, that's very uncomfortable. Do you want to tell the story about what I did to Joel Blackheart?
Oh yes,
So
we
this
have
kind
to
of
tell that
happened.
story.
So like, Joel Blackheart is this pretty nice old dude. He like hangs around ECWA, he manages. He was super cool to me, Brian, and Jasmine the time we were there in Adam. But you tell it, because I had headphones on most of the time.
So Brian Johnson makes the joke to Joel Blackheart about him being old school, so he needs to like bring the hookers and blow, right? Just joking around, old
Kind
school
of.
wrestling territory stuff, kind of joking around. If there was actually hookers and blow, totally different story.
Yeah.
So Joel makes the joke while Justin's wearing headphones and sitting in a corner. Oh, that's the hooker right there. That's your hooker right there. And Brian goes, yeah, no, like, I'm not touching that one. And I just sat there just staring at Joel like, really? And then Justin looks up because he sees him point. Like, he doesn't just say it. Like, he points at Justin. He's just like,
First mistake.
just like, what's up? And then Joel decides to retell Justin the joke. And then he was like, yeah, and you're the hooker. And then Justin just stares at him, blank face, doesn't get mad, doesn't change his inflection at all, and just goes, I'm gonna fuck you.
Shut the fuck up. He shut right the fuck up.
And he didn't know what to do. Like, you just saw it, like, his aura.
He's
like,
got to be like 65.
Yeah, like, you just saw his aura drop. Because it wasn't even like Justin, like, laughed. It was like, ha.
It was
Justin just.
pretty dark.
Yeah, dark, dead serious, dead at, and I'm laughing. Like, I'm dying, and Brian doesn't know what to do with himself. And I don't give a shit. So I'm laughing my ass off. And then I think, Justin, you even repeated yourself, I think.
Yeah.
You're just like, I'm going to fuck you.
And I'm pretty sure I put my headphones back on. Like, our match was in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I was like, man, like, this dude's gonna be walking around with a clenched ass for the rest of the fucking night.
Man, sometimes you just gotta know how to roll with the punches, man. Like, you don't let people fuck with you.
Oh, jeez.
Plus, he accused me of being one who would sell sex anyway, so, like, we already crossed that line.
I'm fucking crying over here. That's fantastic. That is such a Justin thing. I love it.
Yeah, man, I was dying. Like, it wasn't even like I'm gonna fuck you up or like.
It was just like, I didn't even stand up, I don't think.
No, he
I
didn't stand up. He just did it sitting down and just stared at him. It was just like, that ass is mine eventually. Like, I would have been scared if I was Joel Blackheart, but I wasn't, so I was just laughing at him.
Man, it's weird when I'm at wrestling. I'm a fucking different person, man.
I love how you were worried about once we got into the main topic, we'd go off the rails.
We haven't even got to the topic today, guys. Look, are they going to talk about violent threats today on Wrestling with Life? No, we're talking about vacations. But hey, by the way, that's our bitch, you know? And Justin.
Dude, he was straight up gonna fuck.
I never thought I'd tell that story today.
That was a great.
And yet here we are.
Great addition.
Oh fucking hell. I want to point out before we actually hit the topic too, that Spotify thankfully yesterday did drop our episode the way they were supposed to, but earlier this week. You explicitly said, Pat, be better. Justin explicitly said, Pat, be better this week. Don't allow Spotify to push you into a criminal choice. And Adam's response was, yeah, you don't need to impress us by surviving the electric chair. Save it for Patapalooza. Don't do it at all.
That's amazing.
Just save it for Patapalooza. And then I got dragged into a fucking debate between you two about what ice cream is better? Just to give context, I told Adam Dippin' Dots are healthier than traditional ice cream.
Pause. You're like crying through
I know,
there.
I'm so sorry. It's funny.
It's not listenable right now.
Sorry. Justin said, to give context, I told Adam Dippin' Dots are healthier than traditional ice cream due to their unique form and extra cold storing temperatures.
Bingo.
Adam immediately, to which I said, bullshit, Ben & Jerry's is healthier because of their farm-friendly source. Your immediate response, Justin, was, Patrick, your input. Like, there was not a question of, do you want to get involved in this? It's, you need to put your input into this right now.
That'll probably happen in like a 2-3 minute window as well, right?
Oh, it was like
quick.
Back to back. Just awful. And then I got dragged into it, and all I said was that I'm more of a soft serve guy, and then you both told me to eat a bag of dicks.
Alright, so hold on, guys. Quick secret. That actual debate about ice cream never fucking happened.
Not once.
Never happened. Justin just created it, and I immediately just, without even like thinking, we created this fake debate that never happened.
Just bored.
Yeah,
I texted both of them.
Like, there was no debate prior to this. Like, Justin just said the thing about Dippin' Dots, and I said, oh, we're having a debate. Said my piece. Then Patrick decides to be pretentious and go, I'm a soft serve guy. Like, fuck you.
Yeah. Vanish, Pat. Vanish.
Like, we're talking about a fake debate that never happened between Dippin' Dots and Ben & Jerry's, and I'm a soft serve guy. I like to go to the Wildwood Boardwalk and get Coors.
Great transition. I spent many a summers in Wildwood.
Yes, let's talk about summer.
That's why I did it.
Nailed it.
That's what we came
Podcasting.
for. We came here to talk
I'm
about.
really good at podcasting.
We're awful.
This is podcasting.
Podcast forever. Wow, this is going to be a wild episode. I can already tell. We're on fire.
We're awful.
Yes. I'm crying my eyes out.
It's so good. Yes, gentlemen, now that I don't even know how many minutes in at this point, the topic of today, since we're vastly and quickly approaching the summer season. I wanted to talk to you about some of the summer trips you took when you were younger, and your teens, maybe even a little bit later into your life. And I kind of wanted to jump off to see what kind of things, because when I was younger, my family took basically the same trip every summer. So I was curious to see what kind of trips you guys took during the summer. So Justin, what was like when you were like in your elementary, middle school years? What kind of trips did you guys do?
So from the time I can remember right into my school years, every summer I always went. My dad's birthday's in August. So right in August, my mom, dad, my brother, and I, my grandparents would go. We'd all go down to Wildwood. I feel like that's a lot of people who live in New Jersey's thing. Like they go to Wildwood or Seaside or Point Pleasant. Ours was Wildwood. And it was, anyone who's not from Jersey or hasn't been there, it's just a wonderful place. It's like a 2-mile boardwalk, lots of games, lots of rides, ice cream, pizza, like anything you can think of, you name it, it's there. And like, it's cool when you're a kid, man. Like you see people from all over, you meet people from different countries and stuff. It's really a little bit of a melting pot. So it's like a lot of my fun memories are like walking the boardwalk with my brother and like being like 9 and 7 and kind of going off on our own, like for some of the first times in our life, like that's kind of cool to me. I also played like a ton of baseball, like seriously, from the time I was like probably 6, I played baseball like into the summer, and then once I got to be, I think it's 8, I played all the way through the fall. So like even my elementary years, like I played baseball the whole year. So summer was a big thing as well.
I'm not surprised by any means about that. Were you more of a boardwalk guy or a beach kind of guy? Like when you were
I'm a
down
big boardwalk guy. Like I love the Carney games. I love like I used to I played drums, and there used to be this thing in like 99, 2000, I want to say. It was like an arcade game called Drumscape.
I didn't know
Basically it was like an electronic drum set, and you would play along like songs. It was put out by MTV. So like I used to love going to Wildwood, and like I would get a little crowd around me, and because I could like really play.
Oh yeah.
So like I would like people like watch and like be like, oh, that's kind of cool, and like I would like throw another quarter in and play again. And then like I found out recently actually that because I was just in Wildwood last weekend with my niece, which was really cool to like see it through her eyes. Oh. She's 4 now, so like I was teaching her how to throw darts at balloons and like got her ice cream real late and shit like that, which was awesome. Oh. But I looked it up. Drumscape, which was sold by MTV and the person who created it to Activision, actually was like the beginning of the model for Rock Band.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Were you big in the Rock Band?
Not really, because by the time Rock Band came out, it was probably like 2007 or 8, I want to say. Yeah. And I was like 15, 16, and I like played drums then. So like I like had like to me it was almost like a little bit below like where I was level wise. Yeah.
So
I enjoyed it, just not something I did like frequently.
So I'm 17, 18 at this time. I'm actually big in a Rock Band at the time. Rock Band 2. Like I bought the drum set.
That's
the
awesome,
guitar,
man.
Everything. Like I would just sometimes just hang out in my room and just play Rock Band.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I actually just enjoyed playing the guitar more. I think because it was a game, it was something new for me where I could enjoy that. Yeah. Like to me, the drums didn't satisfy my want to drum, because I was just like kind of beyond that. Yeah. Like when I was like 9 years old, I played in a like drum rehearsal type thing because I took lessons at a place outside of school, and I was 9 and I played. I think it was like 12 or 13 instruments in like a 20-minute piece, and I was the one that kept time for us. I loved playing drums and like music, like timing and like things like that are like really, really like they come easy to me. Yeah. Actually, numbers come easily to me. But yeah, no, I spent a lot of my summers down in Wildwood doing things like that, arcades. I love rides. Like I'm a big roller coaster person. Like I will go on any roller coaster. There's nothing that intimidates me. Like I love it. Like it's my favorite thing. But the beach, like fuck hot sand. That's how I feel, man.
Yo, yes.
Taking a strong stance against sand.
Yeah, no, like when that sand is hot and you like have to walk on it, it's just like painful. Yeah. Like that's not fun to me. It sticks everywhere.
Yeah.
Find it later.
I too am not a big beach guy. I rather hang out on the boardwalk as well. I mean, I'll do the beach because like usually there's always somebody that I'm with that loves it.
Right.
So we have to do it. Most times I just want to like lay out there. Just like
Is Ashley a beach person?
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm lucky. Like Danielle's a redhead, so like being in the sun is not a priority to her. Yeah. So like we're bored. Me and Danielle play so much skee ball. We played skee ball until 11 p.m. last weekend when we were down there by ourselves. We closed the place down.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're like, you guys can, go.
No, we'll close it.
Did you go get Dippin' Dots afterwards?
I did, man. That's what made me start that conversation, actually.
Dippin' Dots is
I had
good.
Dippin' Dots. I love Dippin' Dots. Like, I'm not even a big ice cream person, but when I get the chance to get Dippin' Dots, I'm in.
So like anytime you go to like a stadium too, probably.
Yeah, well, like the Yankees don't sell them, so that's a little bit upsetting.
Oh, that is.
I mean, they have good ice cream, but it's not Dippin' Dots.
They have Patrick's favorite, which is vanilla soft serve.
Fucking most boring person ever.
Appreciate it.
Do you
Thank
even like sprinkles or like a topping? Like, what's your favorite ice cream
I
topping?
do like sprinkles. I know
Rainbow or chocolate?
chocolate.
Do you
'cause
call them sprinkles or jimmies?
sprinkles?
Okay.
Ugh.
Although I know that's such a big debate, especially in this state.
I'm a
about-
sprinkles person myself. That's
I'm
like
a Jimmy's person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you think jimmies are harder than sprinkles? Because I do think there's an argument for that.
So I always feel like sprinkles are the round
Yes,
ones,
like
Yeah.
kind of like cylinders.
whereas the Jimmys are like the longer.
Okay.
Oh, you're
pieces.
saying like the
Oh,
sprinkles
okay,
are
I
like the
follow.
small
You're
little
saying, like,
ball
the
ones.
little-
Yeah,
like
the sprinkles
ball
are like the small hard balls,
Gotcha.
and then like Jimmy's would be like I think the cylinder thing.
Yeah, no. I follow now. Yeah. See, I feel like chocolate jimmies can be like really, really thin, whereas sprinkles can be a little bit fatter.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, it's an interesting debate. The debate about pork roll and Taylor ham is not a debate. We have to have this talk right now.
It's pork roll.
I don't
It's
even know what
pork
Taylor
roll.
ham is.
Well, Taylor ham is the brand of pork roll that most people get in North Jersey. So they see Taylor ham on the package and they insist that that's what it is. And they're not wrong, but it's like saying that all cookies are Oreos because it says Oreo on the package. No, asshole. Chips Ahoy is a cookie. All right? You can have pork roll that's not Taylor ham. Taylor ham is usually pork roll, though. Yes. It's not really a debate.
I didn't know it was, but I'm glad we cleared that up.
It's like a huge...
Very impassioned from Justin.
Well, because I'm from North Jersey or Central. I'm actually from Central Jersey. People don't believe that exists, but if you draw a line right through the break in the middle of New Jersey, that's where I grew up. So like it's Central.
Steve Gipke is a big believer in Central Jersey as well.
Yeah, he's also from like this in the same county.
Steve,
but-
you'd be the first guest on our live version of the
Fuck,
podcast.
dude, we're not getting started, or else I'm gonna overly curse, and they're gonna have to put 2 explicits next to our episode. I have to talk.
Do we
about
get
Gipke.
explicit next to our episode?
The first one we did, and then they just stopped caring. I guess.
I guess. I don't know. Listen, it's marked, and when the
Plus
little
it's for the
checkbox
kids.
is marked as explicit when I publish, it just doesn't show up for some reason.
Wu Tang.
Yeah, it's right.
The start of this episode was definitely explicit.
Yeah, I don't even remember where I was going with that because
You got so sidetracked by that
appalled.
Taylor
No,
Ham
no, no,
thing.
no. We could backtrack this. Taylor ham, pork roll, Jimmy's.
Oh,
sprinkles,
North Jersey,
soft
South
serve,
Jersey.
Dippin' Dots, skee ball. That's where we left off.
Bingo. But yeah,
Impressive, I know.
that was really, really good. You walked that all the way back.
You know how I learned that? I used to have to do that because I would zone out on my dad and he would yell at me for not paying attention. So I'd start pinpointing things so that way I could roll back to where we were in the conversation because sometimes he'll go off the rails too.
I'm decent at it, but not that.
Yeah.
I was really, really quick, man. Like, that was pretty good.
You would call it every time.
But yeah, the point being, everyone from North Jersey like really takes the hard stance that it's Taylor ham, and people from South Jersey take the hard stance that it's pork roll. So like I've seen both because I've lived in both.
Yeah.
It's fucking pork roll.
I agree. I think it was pork roll. I didn't even know the Taylor Ham
Anybody
thing
that disagrees, let's have this talk.
was the thing. The Jimmy's and Sprinkles thing gets a lot of, I think, flack in this state because if you go to like a lot of local places, they call them Jimmy's. But if you're at like any chain place, like a Rita's or something, they say Sprinkles because I think they just call it Sprinkles everywhere.
While we're here, it's another one I'd be intrigued to hear from like people who maybe aren't even from New Jersey at all. Do you call it a sub or a hoagie? Because down here it's hoagie, no doubt. But up by
north
me
it's
it's
sub for
subs.
sure.
And like nobody's wrong. They're the same thing.
Yeah.
I feel like everywhere outside of South Jersey is subs.
Yeah, I think it's only South Jersey,
Yeah.
like maybe even like Maryland, Delaware type thing. Like,
And then like Wawa's taking the name obviously to new places.
yeah, like Hoagie Fest is a big
Yeah.
deal, but like they're also still only really kind of in the area. So it's just interesting to me
A
that
couple spots in Florida.
that one's a. I wonder if you're in like,
Because you go to
Who's in
like, a lot
Texas?
of
Who's
places
the
that are
guy
like
in
sub
Texas?
shops.
Mike, let us know. If you order like a cold sandwich out there, is it a sub or a hoagie?
Lon,
I'll answer.
also let us know. Because
Yeah.
unlike Patrick, Justin and I don't know you, but we like you probably better than he does.
Yeah, we'll be your friend, Lon. You can go on a road trip with us. I cannot promise you will not cover a strip club bill.
Yeah. And I cannot promise that you'll cover every other bill. I cannot promise that you'll be allowed to talk.
It's probably safest to say we just can't promise anything, right?
Yeah, we can't promise anything. I mean, Patrick doesn't want to go on the road trip with you. We're saying we're willing to take you, but obviously Our rules.
All
Remember,
expenses paid.
prison rules.
Prison rules. Wu-Tang.
Side note, my friend Jess offered to try to pay for part of Patapalooza, and you said, no, it's everything.
Well, we said that she can't have like restrictions and be coming in with rules. If she, if she wants to negotiate, we can negotiate, but that can't be done through Pat.
Yeah,
Who's this, Jess?
yeah.
I feel like we should have her on a future episode or something. She listens to a lot of our stuff.
Yeah,
does.
thank you for listening.
Yeah, and she gives a lot of
And
feedback.
we have a handful of them.
Do you
Angela's
follow all
another
of us on Twitter, Jess?
No, she doesn't really use Twitter. I think we've said this before. She's not a big fan of using Twitter.
which makes me like her a little more.
Okay,
honestly.
yeah.
She's because when we did the whole put your song in for Pat to sing, which is not happening.
Oh, speaking of which, now that you brought it up, Pat, you have to sing
Oh, yeah, Torn.
it's not happening.
the chorus. Just the chorus. I sent you the lyrics. today.
Promise.
You're
I
not
did not
gonna
promise.
let-
Don't
Pat.
put those puppy dog eyes on.
Pat, you cannot let the social media haters win.
Yeah. Someone threatened to, like, cut your throat, man. You can't let this happen.
And I'm not going to let them do that.
Yeah.
But you got to work with us.
We'll get there. I promise.
All right.
You better end the episode with it.
Please. It's not going to take long.
All right. Let's
Maybe we'll all do it together.
No. Just Pat. yeah, we'll all do it together.
Okay, for those because you can't see because it's a podcast, just try to turn away from me and wink at Adam. Very.
Pat's lying. We've established Pat's a liar.
Yeah. We actually did establish this, so...
All right, we are going to start filming these two now, just so that everyone sees.
Like last week when you only did 2 intros, right, Pat?
Yeah, I only
Okay.
did 2 intros.
Okay.
18, man.
18.
Unreal.
All right, let's try to get back on track here, guys. Adam, when you were in elementary school and middle school, that age range, what kind of vacations did you do during the summer?
So I didn't start Wildwood till probably middle schoolish because my stepdad was a big guy who would like take yearly trips with his kids to Wildwood, and then like once my mom was dating him, like that integrated. So early on in my childhood, what we used to do, we didn't have like a consistent, because my childhood was a little weird. We didn't have a consistent like family vacation schedule, but my pop used to like love camping, and like so they would always do like the like they would rent like the campers at like can't even think of what it's called right now. There was like one specific campground that was kind of like, I guess, a franchise campground, and they were in like different places. So we would go. Man, I wish I could remember the name. I remember the name of some of the locations. Like one was like Circle M, but I can't remember the name of the company. But yeah, they would rent these campers or trailers, and then we would stay there for like a few days, like a weekend, or maybe like even like a week. So you'd get like campfires at night with the marshmallows, and then some of these campgrounds would have like almost like a community center of sorts with like a pool, and like it would have like an indoor water park and stuff. So we would go do that like at night and things like that with like the big water slide that would go like outside, like you could see it from the outside the building going back in. So those are the memories that I enjoy. Oh man, are you pulling that up?
I'm looking. It's called Circle M though.
Circle M, but Outdoor World. Outdoor World is the
World, there you
name
go.
of the chain. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Outdoor World. So there was a couple different locations, and that's what I did as a kid. Those were some of my favorite, because I didn't even think of them until today. Like just now, we were like, I was trying to think of stuff as a kid, and then again in middle school, we probably transitioned. My dad started taking us to like LBI. That was kind of like his thing.
Okay.
So like we would go to LBI for like a week with him, and he would usually like rent a place, and then later in the year, we would go with my mom and my stepdad and his kids to Wildwood. So
How was LBI? I never really was an LBI.
LBI was cool, man. They didn't have like the rides and stuff,
Right.
But like my dad still found stuff for us to do. Like I can't remember everything we did, but like they have a boardwalk of sorts,
Okay.
and then we would do like beach days.
I was gonna say I had a friend who used to have a house in like a Lavalette or like one of those like beach towns that's kind of distant from the boardwalk stuff, and it was fun. But like
Yeah.
LBI is a much bigger version of that.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So I could imagine it would be fun.
So there was definitely a boardwalk. I think the other thing we did with my dad, because my dad didn't just stick to LBI. I think one year we did like Ocean City, and one year we did like Ocean City, Maryland. So like that was like, I think Ocean City, Maryland might have some rides on their
Yeah, they have a
boardwalk.
nice boardwalk there.
Yeah. So like I'm a big boardwalk person too. I do enjoy walking the boardwalk over. Yeah, like sand gets everywhere.
Yeah, man, Sam's
hot.
I never would have guessed that you were one who had like gone camping.
I don't like. Let me get this out in the open. I don't like real camping.
Okay.
Ow.
Tents and shit. Fuck that.
Ow.
Do you?
Yes, I love real camping.
It's awful.
Why?
It's fucking awful.
What do you like about it?
Because it's so distensive from like the real world.
It's funny because like
so
I
different.
like that I like one of the Poconos. I like that concept, but like I also don't need to not sleep in a bed.
Yeah, that's why the camper works. Because camper's cool. Because like you get to hang outside, you get to do like the fire thing, and then you can do camping type stuff, and then you go back to the camper where there's like a bed and a TV and like living things like faucet,
can have both.
oven.
It's 2019.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I've done the tent thing. I hate it every time I've ever done it.
Yeah, like I've done it like once or twice before.
Setting up
It's
a
just,
tent
like,
sucks.
hot.
Trying to cook outside sucks. I'm worried about bugs. I'm worried about mosquitoes. It's awful. I hate it. Ashley's always like, we should go camping sometime. I'm like, no.
Really? I also don't think Ashley would like camping necessarily.
I don't think she'd like it once she gets there.
Right.
She's the type who has lots of ideas. And then
reality
sometimes
of it
when she acts, sometimes I'll let her act on them just so she can see how bad they are. And then it,
Yep.
like half the time, it ends up blowing up.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm there for moral support.
Yep.
Sometimes you just got to be that way. You just got to like let things happen. But then if it's a really bad idea, I try to explain like yesterday. We're taking Ava, my daughter, to the zoo on Monday.
Awesome.
And yesterday, Ashley was looking at the website and was like, well, it's like $24 a person, plus we got to pay for parking. She's like, I was thinking about just getting like a pass for the year. It's like only $90, and then like I get to bring a person, and then like parking's free. And while she's correct, because we're probably paying close to $70 for us all to go anyway, so it's only an extra $20. I was telling her, I was just like, okay, but you have to think, like, when are you going to go again? She's like, well, I'm going to want to go again, yes. But, like, are you actually going to get the chance to go again? Like, you have, like, and I just sort of said, I'm okay. Like, if you want to do this, I'm okay. But I need you to think about it more, other than this seems like a good idea, because you may not go the rest of the year. Like, it needs to be realistic.
And also to that point, like if you do go again, you're still gonna have to pay for parking, right?
I think she said it's
No,
included
it comes
in that.
Oh,
included
that's
with
pretty
Yeah.
cool. At least, all right. Fair point.
So she only has to go one more time for it to, like,
be worth it.
to be
Pay for
worth
itself,
it.
Yeah.
But like I really need her, like, I'm okay with that, but I really need her to think about it first, because why are we gonna pay $9?
Makes
And then
sense.
we only go this time.
Makes sense, man. The zoo's gonna be like, my first thought was like, the zoo's gonna be so crowded on Monday probably. Cause
I
it's
know.
Memorial.
It's Memorial Day, yeah.
We're gonna try to go early.
That's
I'm
awesome.
hoping that it's not that crowded though, because I'm hoping everyone's like down at the beach.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's not
It is.
necessarily.
It is the
like
busiest beach weekend of the year.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily like a Memorial Day activity.
I'm hoping because especially in this area, I'm hoping like everyone's at the beach, Six Flags, and then like there'll be people at the zoo, but it shouldn't be. It'll probably be like busy, but not super busy.
No, that's probably true.
And we're gonna try to go early and then get out of there early.
Yeah. Wow, that's smart. There's one thing I've always wanted to do. I didn't know until someone told me, apparently, that the zoo does like a beer garden night.
What?
Really? That
Yeah.
sounds like fun.
It's like a thing you can do. Like it's like after a certain time, the rest of the zoo's closed off. It's a certain age only is allowed in, and it's
For
just an
our
open beer
listeners out
garden
there,
in the zoo.
I'm a fairly not big, because I don't go all the time, because I don't know if you know me, but I'm super in shape and look awesome. But
That's true.
No arguments here.
but I'm actually a big craft beer guy, so that's pretty
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to where did I go with you?
We
and
went to
Ava?
Flying Fish
That
for
was
my
fun.
birthday.
That's
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
That was nice. For my birthday this year, guys, I took my baby to a brewery with my wife and just Justin and his wife, just because I wanted something small. We got Little Caesars and brought it in.
Little Caesars and like a
and
couple
then we just
flights of beers.
Drank
hung out.
craft beers, man. It was cool.
Oh, that was a blast.
Low key, and
See, that's our
Conversation.
pace, man.
Yeah.
That's right. That's my lane.
that's
I
kind of
like
what
that.
Patapalooza is all about.
Yeah, just a big version of that.
It's a big.
An electric chair for Pat to survive.
Like if you bring chaos, you might get kicked out.
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
No drama.
Like the drama will be me beating your ass, tossing you out.
Mary J. Blige, we don't want no drama.
No. Or Scrubs, TLC. We don't want no Scrubs.
Yeah, we don't want no scrubs either.
We're torn, right, Pat?
God. It's not happening. We're gonna power through this. Justin, when you hit your like high school time, what kind of vacations was it still in the same? Was it still in the same vein of vacations?
I'll talk about it, but we're gonna go back to torn. In high school, I spent a lot. I mean, again, summer I spent a lot of time playing baseball. Like that was, I think, too. When you're getting to that age, you realize like if you're not gonna play in college, like that's kind of the end of playing. So you really just play a lot, as much as you can. But I still went to Wildwood with Angelo a lot more when I got older. And like the summers in my high school years, Jamesburg is a small town, so like I can cause a lot of chaos on a summer night with my friends, and we would, especially my buddies like Doug, and as I got older, even some of my friends they lived in Monroe. We would, since we had cars, we could hang out more, but a lot of drinking and like doing dumb shit, and yeah, man, like a lot of things just that I kind of even lose track of in the memory of it because they were just so absurd. You can get away with a lot in a small town when you like really understand the boundaries. I know there was this one like development underneath where my friend Doug lived, and we used to go to the top of this hill. It was a perfect snow tubing hill. It was like really steep.
Nice.
But also in the summer, it doubled as a wonderful place to hit golf balls off of. But we would hit them into the development where these brand new houses were. And there was a couple times where we would just be like popping the top of their roofs, like, and they would just be hearing like every like 20 seconds on their roofs. People would come out and like look up and be like screaming and shit. Yeah, the cops called on us a handful of times for things like that. One time my brother stole a kid's Pop Warner football helmet just out of like being, we were very, what's the word? We were kleptomaniacs at times. We had a lot of fun taking little things from each other. But like stupid stuff that we would occupy our time with. I really did. I spent most of my time playing baseball or just hanging out in town. We played a lot of stickball, like pickup games of stickball, pickup games of football, basketball. But like we would play stickball like every day in the summer. That was a big thing. Up until probably about 4 or 5 years ago, we would also get together. All of the kids that played from the time we were like 12, 13 to play stickball together would get together on Christmas and like still play.
Man, that's
every
cool.
Christmas morning.
That's like a movie.
Yeah, it was really cool. But like I stopped going like 4 or 5 years ago because wrestling, and like because I would literally wrestle a whole weekend before Christmas, and then I would have to fill the days I had free once Christmas started around with like my wife's family, my family, hour and a half apart. She has her dad's side, her mom's side, and then like even branches of that. So it was tough because they always met up in town at like 10 a.m. Well, sometimes if I'm in South Jersey until 9 a.m., like I'm not making it. So yeah, but that was like a big thing. We always got together. We played at our elementary school, JFK. Like, we would play like 8 games a day sometimes. Like it was just I was always with people. That was a big thing. Like I was never alone in the summers. I always had like at least 3, 4, 5 people hanging out. Yeah, it was really fun.
Nice. I can respect that. Adam, what was your summer for like high school time like?
High school time kind of continued the tradition of the Wildwood Trip, and then like trips with like vacations with my dad here and there. I had a really weird split custody schedule coming up, like after my parents split. So usually we would like summers would kind of be weird because we would transition houses throughout the week like multiple times. It wasn't just like 1 week here, 1 week there, or like weekend here, weekend there. It'd be like day here, 2 days there, day here again, day back there, and then the weekends would alternate. So one of the reasons why I was always interested in becoming a wrestler was because like, man, I have zero problem living out a suitcase because I did it my whole childhood into, teenage years. So like, I have no problem just like packing up and, going wherever. So, like, those road trips that we were talking about last episode, like, those were, like, easy for me. Like, oh, cool. Like, let's pack up. Let's go. Like, I'm all about that.
Yeah, like, I love it. I love being in the car and, like, getting away. Yeah.
So, what I'll talk about probably more is, like, right after, like, senior year of high school is when I somehow, don't know how exactly, was able to convince my parents to start letting me bring Keith to the summer trip every year. So there's like another like 3 maybe 4 year stretch where like Keith starts coming with us to Wildwood, and like because at this point like we're such established best friends that he's just like part of the family and I'm part of his family. So like every year for like the next until like I stopped going on those trips with them, like Keith came to Wildwood with us. So like stuff got even cooler, like especially because my senior year he started going to a different school, which like super bummed me out. I didn't have like up till like junior year, like I had some other friends, but like Keith was my main squeeze. And then he left senior year because he wanted to go play, because we went to a private school and he wanted to play basketball because he was very naturally good at it. And he knew he wasn't going to get any type of scholarships playing for us, for our school. So he went to public school. But we would still talk like every day. Like we maintained the friendship. Like usually that doesn't happen. Like especially in those like specific years.
Yeah.
Like once you grow apart. No, like we would talk on the phone like every day. We would hang out still. Like I remember spring break, I think we spent the whole spring break together. Like he stayed over my place for a few days and then I went and stayed over his place for a few days, and like that's just, we were brothers, like tight as hell. So he started coming on the trips with us, and that's when they got real fun. So one year my sister brought her friend, and I forget how this happened, but we somehow were able to sneak alcohol on the trip. And this is, I think, when like we're like 19 or something like that. Like, and I remember that girl had her boyfriend come along at some point, and he smoked us up, and then we drank. So like I was on the boardwalk having the time of my life.
Best, yeah.
Like I am fucked up.
Yeah.
And like to the point where like when I got back to the room and like laid down, like I definitely was just having the spins. Like it was, yeah.
I've been there before. The spins are the worst. I turn off.
Yeah, man. All the lights and stuff. Wow.
Yeah, that's a blast.
So yeah, not spoiler alert, but sorry guys, but yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that's really fun, man.
Yeah, man. So
That's like I had more fun when I went with like Angelo, or even a couple times like Doug went with me. It's always fun when you're with like your close friends down, doing things like that.
But yeah, so Keith started coming with us, and it was wild times. Like every year we'd have a lot of fun. So we'd do the rides and stuff, and we did Wildwood. Like I said, we did Wildwood every year. Keith was actually with me, I think, in 2007. It was the first time I ever went to a house show. And because they were just having it on the boardwalk at the convention center.
Yeah.
And like, I just bought tickets. I didn't get them in advance or anything. I saw people online, and I realized it was for WWE, and I just started like watching and getting really into it. So like, oh, cool, like let's check this out.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know what a house show was. Like I didn't realize that's what it was. I thought this was maybe like some type of weird TV taping or something.
Yeah.
And I remember that was the year that Orton and Cena just start their feud. It's the SummerSlam loop. So their main event, which was funny because my first pay-per-view that year was SummerSlam, and they were the main event, and their match was eerily similar to the house show match. And I was just like, oh, that's kind of how that works.
Yeah, man.
Very
House shows, when you see them prior, you can see them. People are working on their stuff.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I went to, it's funny as you bring the house shows up, I went to one, my buddy Doug went with me probably like 05, 06, right around the same time. And my wife, Danielle, used to go to the house shows in Wildwood as well. So there's like a small chance that I was in a room with Adam and Danielle in 2007.
Without even realizing.
No clue. Small world.
Small world, man. That really is. What was like post high school summers for you like?
Well, I started wrestling when I was 18. So like for me,
Just
like
immediately filled with wrestling.
Yeah, like I had one summer that was very, very. It was a literal crossroads in my life when I was 19. My last show for Matt Bourne was April 2012. So I had just turned 20. The year before that, though, I was wrestling, and I was also playing summer baseball for a team that was like American Legion teams. They basically, American Legion sponsors a team locally to you, and if your town doesn't have one, you can play for the nearing towns.
Yeah.
So like my team was like Monroe, South Brunswick. There was about 4 or 5 high schools that came together and played on this team. And we used to hang out every night at one of the kids' houses that lived in Middlesex, like 40 minutes from my house. And their high school baseball team would come over, and like all the girls that went to their high school, and we would just drink and party every night. It was so much fun. But also like towards the end of that, I got an offer to play like baseball at like a community college, like junior college type deal. It was in Raritan Valley. It was like in North Jersey. And I had to kind of like decide, like, man, do I really want to commit to college and play? Like, I love baseball, but like, I don't know if I want to go to school. And at the same time, I had just started getting bookings for West Virginia and going down there basically monthly with Steve Off. So like, I was definitely choosing one or the other, and I just chose wrestling. My last game I ever played baseball was the only time I ever like blew up. I never ever showed emotion like in a negative light. Like if I gave up a home run, I was like, ball please, and that was it. Like I didn't get like I never was a kid who cried or anything. My last game, I got pulled after giving up a home run. We were losing 1-0, and that was like the first time I really made a mistake that game. My coach pulled me, and I kind of knew it was maybe the last time I was ever playing. I flipped the fuck out. I threw shit. I was like, fuck. I got kicked out of the game by the umpire. And I think from that point on, I kind of was Justin Busser, man. Like
I was it's pretty on brand.
Yeah, like man, it was the last time. But I was never like that. But it all came out. I think I realized at that time, like, all right, this is my decision, and fuck, it blew up. So that summer was a little wild, but every summer after that was like I played baseball and wrestled that summer, and then every summer after that I wrestled. Something to talk about though with wrestling in the summer is like D2W up in North Jersey is a place we worked for like the past like 5-6 years maybe now. I've been there, man. I feel like I've been there forever. Their family now, Jersey Devil, who runs it, is like one of the nicest people to me that I've ever met in wrestling. In all honesty,
He's a very good dude.
But in the summers, he secures these like fair shows and like national night outs, and he lines them up where they're like basically a week-long thing, which is awesome because like me and Adam will like he lets us stay at his house. We go and get food. We swim in his pool. We drink beer, and then we go to the shows. Man, we come home. We party. We do it again. Like he makes it feel like the summer. Like you have a barbecue. Like it's so much fun. And it's a tight knit family. But if you are a good person and you're willing to work hard, like he does do that for people, and it's something that I think just speaks to the person he is more than like what he's trying to offer anyone. You know what I mean? He's not doing it because he runs a wrestling company. He's doing it because we're friends with him, because he likes us. It doesn't matter. He doesn't necessarily make sure everybody's always there, but it's what he likes to do for his people. Yeah. And I love that, and I appreciate that. So I look forward to that in the summers now as an adult, as a wrestler, as someone who's still, tangentially related to the wrestling business. I look forward to my summers with D2W.
One thing I like about working for him too is there's so many promoters that they're trying to promote for some reason other than like a lot of them will claim it's like, oh, because I love the business, and it's like, no, like how many times do you see like these promoters on like social media getting themselves over,
convincing their ex-wife they made the right decision. Let's be real. Convincing their old friends that they still got it.
Devil has none of that, and like he's one of the few people I know that runs it because he, honest to God, just loves it. Yeah. Like he has no other reason for running it other than he just enjoys it.
And he's not a pushover about it, like in the slightest. Like he'll literally stand on the table and be like, "Listen, I don't have to fucking be here. I'll pack the fucking ring up and leave if you guys don't want to fucking work." And he means it. Yeah. And I respect him for that. And like, you don't always earn his respect right away because you need to actually earn it. It's not this bullshit like, I'm going to shake your hand and we're friends now that you get a lot in wrestling. And I love that about him.
Yeah. If you know him on a personal level like we do too, like he really doesn't need to run at all. Like I'm pretty sure that if
he's way more successful outside of wrestling.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if there's anything that doesn't get covered, like he probably covers it out of pocket and does not show like he's suffering at all for it.
And doesn't say anything to the boys about needing
just much. Genuinely, like I said, just likes to run for the point of running. Like,
and like, just to put it into perspective, like people who like, I mean, like maybe haven't had this experience with him, Devil didn't want to use me when he first met me. He didn't use me for probably 5-6 months. It felt like
it was a little less than that, but
because of my look, because I'm heavy. And then him and I kind of had a couple instances where we butted heads, just like him trying to tell me what to do and me saying if I'm not really working for you, I'm not doing anything. And the respect was built over time because it was never disrespectful between the two.
You got Superstar of the Year last year.
Yeah, and I had no clue he was talking about me when he was giving the presentation either. I turned my ears off. I didn't think I won it, just whatever. But it means a lot coming from somebody like him because, he didn't want to use me at first. Like, I built the relationship I have with him from the ground up. And that doesn't happen most places. Most places, it's what can you do for me, and then do it for me, and then get the fuck out of the way. Yeah. So, like, that's just how it is a lot of the places that I've been, at least. And that's not at all the case with Devil and D2W.
No, yeah, Devil's one of the coolest people. Well, the kind of feeds into what I was going to say was, what are you looking forward to this summer? Obviously, now we know D2W shows.
This summer, I'm closing on a house this summer.
Exciting.
My wife is in a wedding in the middle of July. Her birthday is in the middle of July too, so like we always try to do something for her birthday. Nothing too specific. I mean, I'm looking forward to my August with D2W, honestly. Having a house, and I was trying to sneak in a trip up to Cooperstown, New York, because I'm a big baseball person, and my favorite player of all time is getting inducted this July, Mike Messina, so I might go up there for that. The summer's a great time because I feel like there's, especially like my wife works in a school, so we get like childlike summers.
Yeah.
So just like do what we want, you know? That's awesome.
No.
I like really value that.
So I haven't taken a lot of vacations in the past couple of years because of wrestling, but this year, for the first time, we're gonna take like a kind of almost week-long family vacation down to Virginia to see Ashley's family, because Ava's daycare, there's like a whole week where I guess they just take off. So we were like, oh, like, why don't we just take all, like, we both have the time from work. Like, I have like 3 weeks of vacation, like, save up, because I don't ever use it, because I always save my days just in case for wrestling.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's kind of cool, though, is I'm still going to be wrestling and, like, working this all out. I'm not wrestling down in Virginia, but I have a booking that's, like, 4 hours from her parents on, like, that Saturday. So we're going to attempt to leave from the booking and just finish the trip down to Virginia.
Nice.
We'll be down there for Father's Day so she can see her dad, which is nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Then we're going to leave Friday, and then I'm going to go to Hazleton on Saturday. So I'm still getting like my bookings in, and we're taking this vacation, so that's really exciting. So,
That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. I'm happy that you guys are getting to go on a vacation. That's
No.
cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. I was generally curious more for you, but if you want to chime in with your niece, you can. I was going to ask, what kind of vacations do you look forward to doing with Ava?
Probably like, so I'm definitely looking forward to this Virginia Beach one, because this will be the first. This will be our first time on the beach, which is nice. I think they have a boardwalk down there too, so maybe we'll try to get down. It's not as nice as the ones up here, but maybe we'll try to get down there to that area. I'll probably hit up a couple breweries with her dad and my brother-in-law, which with wrestling, like, I'm gonna have to really figure that all out. But I'm definitely looking forward to probably like future Wildwood trips, more future beach trips, LBI, wherever it is. Like, I'm looking forward to the zoo. Like, I don't want to go to the zoo. Like, I can care less. But like the fact that we're taking Ava down, like, that makes the trip worth it for me. So it's her first trip to the zoo. You know, she's little. She might not know what she's looking at, but there's going to be things that are going to catch her eye that she's going to like find fascinating. So I look forward to just experiencing all of it, honestly, with her. So.
Yeah, I was going to say one that I think you'll agree with. I think Ashley will agree with too, is I'm excited to take my niece to Disney some point.
Yes.
Yeah.
My niece was at Disney when I got married, but she was like real little. So like, I don't think she fully got to enjoy it. She's like a year and a half old or something.
I never went to Disney until I was 22, 23.
It's
like,
still amazing.
Never been, but me and Ashley went down for like, it was like our 1 year anniversary of being together. So we just like invested money into this trip, and we went, and it was like the coolest thing ever at like 22, 23. So for my kid, we're eventually going to go because Ashley loves it. She used to work down
I was
there.
gonna say she's a big Disney person too.
So when we bring Ava, when she's, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, something like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Whenever
be pretty
you
cool.
think she'll appreciate it.
Yeah. Obviously, we don't want to go too early because we want to make sure she can like really take it all
in
in,
some of it,
and remember it.
I'm looking forward to that with my niece specifically, and taking her to, I'm looking forward to. I got to do Wildwood with her and things like that, but I'm also really looking forward to taking my niece. I'm gonna take her to her first Yankees game, and I'm like really, really, really looking forward to it. I don't know when, but I'm gonna make it a point to try to get there before her family gets her to a Phillies game.
Gotta start them young.
She wears my Yankee hat and my Vikings hat all the time already, so I'm like kind of steering her the right way already.
the right way.
Yeah, the right way.
Hey, Ava's approached 9 months and she already like half pays attention to wrestling when it's on. So
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
awesome.
My
and anime. So I'm
There
gonna
you
own,
go.
I'm gonna own that girl.
I was gonna say my niece actually the Chicago trip, my niece turned 2 while I was there.
Oh,
so like I wasn't with her.
Yeah.
But apparently, like, when they put her, when the match is on the TV, she'll point and say Uncle Jim.
Oh.
So, like, she knows it's me when I'm
That's
on
cool.
wrestling.
That's really
Yeah,
cool.
like, and, like, if she sees wrestling, that's what she associates it with. So, like, that's cool for me, too, yeah.
Wow, that's
And, like,
adorable.
I'm sure when Ava starts talking, she'll be able to put the pieces together.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's neat. Oh, well, guys, thank you for joining me.
No,
No, we're doing this. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it.
No.
What the fuck?
You gotta do at least the chorus. Come on, Pat. We gotta get over this. We can do it.
We can't save this for Patapalooza?
No. We gotta give a preview so that people will want Pat.
you got to sell it to the
I
people.
sent you the screenshot. Do you know the melody?
It's been so long. I told you that when I told the story last
Doesn't
time.
matter if you're unprepared. We gave you 2 weeks. I said at the end of the last episode, practice and be ready. I can't help if you're not ready.
Hi, real fast, it's me. It's Patrick from the future. After we recorded this, and what I wouldn't give to just be able to sit here and say, oh, it was a great recording. It was super, super funny, but we lost the ending. The files corrupted, and I guess you'll just, unfortunate. But it's not. It's all there. Adam plays a little bit of the song to get me rolling. So, for your listening pleasure, or more accurately, probably your comedic pleasure, kick back, relax, and brace yourself. Wait, I do remember the song now.
That's what I'm saying. So then sing it.
Hold on, you only have the
You want to just
chorus
wait for
here.
it to come in with you?
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Okay.
the chorus to come in.
Here we go, guys. I'm so excited.
We're almost there. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of face. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late. I'm already torn.
Yeah! Was that so hard, Pat?
I was literally shaking for a second.
We got it over. You got you're over your fear. Patapalooza 20.
Yes.
Coming to a town near you.
Karaoke.
Meaning near me.
Tyler, that was for you. We did it.
Go ahead. Now you can wrap it up, Patrick.
Woo!
Oh, fuck.
This was the most entertaining episode I think
So
we've
good.
This is where we needed video. You two are both so into that.
So I'm so happy. I'll admit that.
Well, guys, thank you for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got a kick out of that.
I hope you're all like at your desks, in your car, and like he just sang and you're just applauding.
Yeah, if you didn't pop with us,
Yeah.
man, I don't know.
Then I don't know why you're even listening to this.
I appreciate that. If you got any enjoyment out of that, please tweet.
Please do.
Please tweet Justin.
Don't slit his throat.
Do not even threaten it.
And you've been wrestling with life.